Drove and see the nightlife where they call Atlanta. Southside shows for a couple dollars, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Episode number 45 of the Brew Party podcast is here. We now welcome on our very first guest of 2021, former Central Maroon, 2019 second team all-conference, all-Chicagoland Athletic Conference performer for the Calumet Crimson Wave, guard for the Beira Mar Aveiro Basketball Club in Portugal. Germaine Roebuck joins the Brew Party podcast. Germaine, thank you so much for being here, man. I'm really excited to have you.
No problem.
So how are you doing, man? Give us an update on how everything's going. I know you were telling me before we went live here that you are heading over to Europe, heading over to Portugal next week. How's everything going in the preparation for that?
I'm just working hard every day. I just left the gym about an hour ago. I'm getting everything ready for COVID tests and everything to leave next week to go to Portugal. I'm just happy to be able to be in the Europe side, man.
Yeah. So you just signed your second contract. You spent your first one. You were down in Nicaragua. What was it like to sign that first contract? And then now, of course, the second one. It has to be absolutely incredible feeling to be able to call yourself a professional athlete.
The first contract I signed, I was happy. I was happy to be able to sign a contract because it was hard during COVID. Mm-hmm. So I was talking to like a lot of teams in South America. A lot of teams in Venezuela and a few teams in Europe, but no teams was playing. So it was like hard to get a contract. So when I got that offer in Central America, I took it and ran with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tried to get stats and everything, and that's how it put me on the map. So basically, like I feel like if you get a contract right now with COVID, you got to take it. Whatever you can get, you got to take it. But unfortunately, I was blessed to be able to, keep on working and get this Europe contract. And now once I get to the Europe market, it get easier. It get easier as I keep working.
Absolutely. So what are you looking forward to most then from getting over to Portugal? Meeting your teammates, getting to work? Do you know anything like about the type of basketball that's played there, the style and how that kind of compares?
Different style about the basketball in Europe and the basketball in South America. The basketball in South America more – you just go down and you just play, you know what I mean? Now I change up and adjust things, play through teammates, play through running plays, slow down, be able to just control the ball more instead of just not be able to just go right away. So it's a big difference. And that's why Europe is better than South America. You know what I mean? So, but it's some good basketball in South America. Don't get me wrong. It's definitely some great basketball, great leagues.
Yeah.
But Europe is where you want to be for basketball. Europe is the best place to be.
Absolutely. So what was the biggest adjustment you had to make? I know your time down there in South America wasn't very long, but from your college game, what's the biggest difference you would say to going down and playing down there?
The biggest adjustment was in college, I was kind of playing like the wing three sometimes, like playing different positions. I never played point guard. So it was a big difference going to professional playing point guard. But it makes you smarter, it makes you think more, and it makes you a better person, a better player in general. So that was a big adjustment for me. But then as I start playing games and as I start getting into it, I start learning. So now I can play point guard to the three.
Absolutely.
Which is a big advantage.
Absolutely. So that's just even more opportunities for you going down the road, obviously. So we do have a comment I want to get to here from Waleed Khan. Yes, sir. So let's talk a little bit about your workout process and what you're able to do. Obviously, you mentioned with COVID, you said any contract you get during this time, you take it. How has this whole pandemic and everything affected, your workout process, your preparation, for your first pro career?
Okay. I'm not going to. Honestly, where I'm at right now, it haven't affected me to being in the gym. I'm always in the gym. That's off the strength of the people that love you out here, and the people that really want you to succeed. So it's people out here. I'm in Idaho, Boise, Idaho right now.
Cool.
People out here that want you in the gym. So I'm in the gym. I'm always in the gym. I'm always working, always in the weight room. I don't take too many days off, so I'm here. I just left the gym. I'm gonna go to the weight room after this. So it's like you have the opportunity out here to be in the gym as much as you want with the people out here because they care about you.
Yeah. So what is take me through like a typical workout for you. So you said you just got back from the gym before this, and now you're going to go hit the gym again after this. So what are you working on? Anything specifically more than others?
Usually I work out with this guy named Tyree Petty. That's my trainer. He trains me out here in Boise, Idaho. He played professional for about 9 years now. He went to the G League. And I work out with him. We start off with ball handling. Always start off with ball handling, form shooting, mid ranges and everything. Then we started getting serious, going through big drills, through the cones, one ball, two ball. You know, we get through all that, and we start getting to like elite pro moves, elite pro things. You know, when we playing. So that's what I've been working out with Tyree. He played in like Mexico, Europe, Africa, everywhere.
Absolutely. That's awesome, man. That has to be so much better, so beneficial for you to have somebody that's been there and knows the level you need to get to. So if you're talking, let's talk about your game a little bit. What is your favorite part of your game?
My favorite part of my game is I'm hard to guard with my mid range. Off the two dribbles crossover, it's hard to guard in mid range. And obviously I improved. I wasn't a great 3-point shooter coming out of high school, but I've worked so hard. I improved on it. It's hard to stop me because if you can't stop me from driving, then I'm gonna shoot. Like shooting, I'm gonna drive. Like it's hard. It's really hard to guard me more because I can score in every way. I can post you up. I can bring you off a dribble. I can shoot threes. I can get to the mid range. I can rebound. I can tip in. I can do everything. So it's hard to stop me. You know what I mean? Like I'm always gonna be able to get some points on the board, regardless.
Absolutely, man. I was watching one of your mixtapes on YouTube before this, doing a little bit of research, and I laughed out loud when you dropped somebody. I don't know if you remember that at the free throw line.
And that was college. It's been I got so much better since I left college on everything. Like ball handling got tighter, shot got better. Like since I've been working with these pros, like a lot of people I train here with went to the G League, went D1, played professional ball. Like this is what I've been working out with out here. So I'd have got a lot better.
So what would you say then? What part of your game has grown the most? Would you say it's 3-point shooting?
Ball handling, 3-point shooting. I've always been pretty athletic, so I ain't gonna never not be able to dunk. It'll always be easy, but for sure, ball handling and 3-point shooting.
So how would you describe yourself as a player then? If you had to, like, is there any comparison you like to make? Any player you model your game after at all, or is this more so just all you?
My homie always say I play like Buddy Hill. Buddy Hill, I don't know why. He always say Buddy Hill, but I kind of think I'm more of a I don't like to compare myself to like KD or something like that because I know I'm not a KD, but I would say like a CJ McCollum, you know.
Oh yeah.
Range game, be able to drive, big guard, you know, I compare myself to him. You know what I mean? He an underdog, just like I was an underdog.
Absolutely, man. So you mentioned your underdog story. You have such an awesome story. Let's get right into it.
So basically, my story is, which I explain to some people, and I'm gonna go back home and explain it one day. But basically, like, it was a lot of politics. It was a lot of politics in Champaign. You know what I mean? So, the high school I went to, it was the coaches just love who they love. You know, I wouldn't say all coaches was like that, but some majority of the coaches, they liked it who they liked it. You know, they didn't see the potential in other players and see the potential in other people. You know what I mean? And see what we went through. So in high school, I didn't play a minute. I played like a minute at the end of the game. We losing by a lot or we winning by a lot. But in high school, I didn't play.
How frustrating was that for you to, you know, keep going, keep your head up? Was there any thought of ever leaving Central to go try to find playing time somewhere else?
Yeah, I did. At one point in time, I wanted to transfer to Urbana. I wanted to transfer to Urbana, you know, with Verdiel and like just to that program because I feel like I had a better opportunity if I would have transferred to Urbana, but I never got the chance to. And then my senior year, still didn't play. I feel like I should have, but I didn't, which I probably wasn't as good as I am now. And then I got bigger, taller, stronger, everything now. So, I mean, that plays a part, but I think I should have played more.
Yeah.
And so freshman year of college, I went to like a club school, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't even a real college. It was like, it was bull, you know? So I kind of like made it out the mud from there, you know? So, like, I went to that school, just had fun. And then I decided, man, let me take this serious. So I transferred to JUCO to Wabanzi Community College. My brothers got me there. Xavier Martin and Deion Ward, they got me to that JUCO. So I ended up averaging 18.9 at that JUCO. But before that, before we started the season, I was working all summer with both of them. And they got me so much better. And that's when I decided, like, I got a lot of potential. Let me take this more serious. And then ever since that, I've just been grinding.
Absolutely. So was it if I have your numbers here pulled up from Central, 16 total games, 2.8 points a game, 2 rebounds. Like you said, you just never got the opportunity to even get in there. And then you go to Robert Morris, which you said kind of a club school in Peoria. But your numbers jump up, though. You know, you're averaging 7 points a game, you're grabbing 2 boards, and you're shooting 55% of the field. So obviously there's potential there. You get more playing time. You're able to show what you're able to do a little bit more. And then you go to Wabanzi. Would you attribute those workouts you did over the summer as how you were able to come right in and make an impact? I mean, 18 points a game, and I believe you're grabbing almost 9 boards as well.
I could I get
like,
all my props. I give all my props to my brothers for that. You know what I mean? They brought me in. You know, they said they was already at that JUCO. I didn't have no offers. I didn't have anything. They brought me in, and they was like, come on, man, come play with us. Come play with us. We know your potential. You are our brother, you know. So I went to go play with them. I worked out with them all summer. I was in the gym playing one-on-ones. You know, he was one of the best players in Champaign, both of them.
Yeah.
And I got so much better, and I was ready to play during JUCO. And then we surprised everything. We went to nationals, everything. And then that's how I got better. And then ever since then, I just kept grinding, and I also got bigger.
Absolutely. So how does the JUCO game compare to what you were seeing at Robert Morris? Is that a higher level?
No, I think the JUCO was way more competition. A lot of them JUCO players went D1, went to bigger schools. It was a lot of more competition. Robert Morris was just anybody, honestly. I don't even count that. I count when I started at JUCO.
So you started JUCO, and then you move on to Judson University. That's NAIA ball. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So for people that don't know, can you like kind of tell them what NAIA is compared to like NCAA?
It's a big difference, man. The NCAA, a lot of talent, but NAIA do have talent, and I have more offers than just Justin. I have more than just Justin, but the reason why I chose Justin is because the coach. I still talk to him to this day, Coach Striff. He's a good person to me, you know. He always asked me, did I need anything? He always took care of me. And that's the reason why I said I'm going to go there. Unfortunately, it wasn't the right school for me because it was Christian school. So I didn't last there. But he gave me the opportunity. Gave me the green light.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I took advantage of that. And then I ended up transferring, and by him giving me the green light and me playing good, I transferred to one of the top NIAs in the nation, which was Union College in Kentucky. I didn't never play it there, but I transferred there, and it put me on the map a little more because it's like they won a national championship. They got a lot of D1 transfers. I was gonna play there, but I got a little frustrated, so I'm like, nah, I don't think this is for me. Then I had this one coach named Coach Saxton, Calumet, said, come here. He gave me the green light with this one player, point guard named Corvon Lotto. He at Keyser University right now in Florida. And we just took off. We took off.
Absolutely. So if I'm jumping back just a little bit to Judson, so you come in, you proved you belonged. You know, I believe you led your team in scoring and rebounding averages per game. How good did that feel? You know, to move on and just prove, you know, that I'm here. I haven't gotten the time before. My time is now.
It felt good, man. Like, it felt great. I knew I could do that. I knew what I was capable of, but I just needed the opportunity. and he gave me the opportunity, and I took advantage of it. So I mean, it feel great to be able to do that and be able to be the leader on the team and just lead in every way.
Absolutely. So then you spend your time at Union. You don't end up playing there. You move on to Calumet. So let's talk about Calumet. You really found your home there. It's your senior season. Your second team all conference. You're third in the Chicagoland Athletic Conference in scoring with 20 points a game. How were you able to be so dominant? Was it just you finally got your time to be the man, and you're like, I'm taking this?
Yeah, the coach believed in me. My teammates believed in me too. So with them believing in me, like it just gave me the opportunity to take off. They knew that if I didn't score or if Corvin Lotto didn't score, it was gonna be hard to win a game or hard to be in games.
Mm-hmm.
And then the coach definitely believed in me. He always told me, like, man, you can be this guy. You can be this guy. I see the potential. You just gotta want it. And I feel like that's what really like brought the dog out of me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. So would you say that experience at Union College, not really being able to see the floor kind of fueled your fire a little bit more, made you play harder?
Yeah, the experience at Union College kind of made me a better player in general because when I stepped in that gym in Union in Kentucky, I was going against athletes, like crazy athletes. Like it wasn't like, oh, you coming here to be the man's. They didn't want that. I was coming in there and you got to fight for it. That's how I was at Union. So like it just made me I got so much better in them months being there. Half a season being there. And it kind of like I gotta take this more serious. I can't let nobody come in here and take this from me. I gotta take it from them. And that's how I was at Union.
Absolutely, man. So when did you start getting the pro buzz? Was there anybody in your ear at all during the season?
Honestly, I didn't know this was gonna happen at this point. And then when I start scoring 30 a game, grabbing 11 rebounds, and just consistently scoring 30 some games, I'm like, I have teammates come up to me like, bro, you can really play professional ball. Like you can do this. You know what I mean? And like I kept on working, got an agent, and my agent on here right now, Crossovers. He on the live right now.
Nice.
He been working with me for a while, man, and they believed in me.
What was that process like? Finding an agent, was that like
it was tough to find a good agent, but I'm glad I did. It was tough for sure. Like it was like I had to like know what's best for me. You couldn't find any agent because if you go with any agent, some of them agents don't treat you as good. Some of them agents don't check on you as much. It's a lot of missed details you can miss if you don't pick right.
Yeah, absolutely. So was that more of like them reaching out to you, or was you doing more research through multiple?
It's kind of in both ways because it's kind of both ways because once you have after a college season, agents can reach out to you.
Right.
So I had multiple agents reach out to me after my season. So it can go both ways. You can reach out to them, they can reach out to you. It can go both ways.
Absolutely. So let's talk a little bit about you moving on to the pros. So you're going to Portugal next week.
Yeah.
What was your experience like in Central America? I know you weren't down there for very long, but like, what would you say would be the biggest thing you've learned so far from your short experience in the pros and now going over to Europe?
I'm honestly like, first I'm gonna say living. You got to be able to adjust to going to a different country. You got to be able to adjust to the way they live, because you're going to a different country.
Mm-hmm.
That's first I'm gonna say. Second, on the court, a lot of them are professionals, so you got to come out to play every night or you go get killed. So if you don't come out to play every night, it's not gonna be good. So basically, me coming out and playing against some like great players, like I played against some Puerto Ricans, and they was tough out there.
Who have been some of like the tougher guys that you have gone against? It could be in college or in the pros so far. Any names come to mind?
I don't know we played this one pro team called Real Stilly. It was the best team I played because they had so much pieces. They was big, overall big team. and they had the 2 Puerto Ricans, the 2 internationals. They was just stacked, and they won a LSB league. They won a championship because they was a stacked team. But that was the best team I'd have played, and just the best overall team I'd have played as a pro.
Absolutely, man. So I need to pull up my questions here, of course. So you move on. You're going to Portugal. Have you ever been overseas at all, before this, or is this like completely new experience?
Yeah, it's definitely new. Never been out of the country to then.
What was that language barrier like as far as like meeting your first team? Did they speak any English at all? Were you the only American on the team?
Well, it was 2 other Americans. One was from Florida and one was from Boston, and it was tough, man. I promise you, it was tough. Like just trying to travel, trying to have transportation. Like it was tough. Like I had to figure out a way. I had to use my phone to translate to people. I was picking up certain words to say so I could know how to get home, know how to, get to where I need to go. It was tough.
Right.
It was tough.
How tough is that, like in practice and in the huddle during a game? Like, does it make it a lot harder to know what's going on?
Yes, the coach used to he used to say my name a little weird. He used to say something like, go there, and I used to be like, what you saying, coach? I don't know what you're saying. And it was just crazy because I really didn't know what he was saying. And he had to talk to one of the other Americans to reach out to me to understand what play we need to run or something like that. So it was like difficult, especially when we was in the middle of a game.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That does sound like it could get pretty challenging.
Yeah.
So if we're jumping back to your college career, I definitely forgot to ask you this. Do you have a favorite memory from your time in college? That could be from any one of your stops.
One of my favorite, I can say one of my favorite college careers. I'm gonna go back to JUCO. Was a game where we played the #1 team and our JUCO conference. They was on the other divisions. Us. They was called Triton College. They had a D1 player go to Northern Illinois. They had another D1 player go to I forgot what school. I think it was Oklahoma, something like that. He went to Oklahoma. Yeah, we played Triton. They thought they was going to come in our house and kill us, which they had the favors. They had the overall better team. In JUCO, we didn't go. We beat them. We beat them, and we went to like 3 overtimes for sure.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So do you have like what's the ultimate goal for you, like with your basketball career? I know obviously the NBA is there, but you're starting in Europe. Do you have any specific countries that you'd like to play in before it's all said and done?
I'm trying to go to. My goal is to get to Europe, go there, and do what I need to do. Average 20 plus, and get to age or something like that. I'm trying to get the biggest I can go. Like I know I'm gonna make it happen, but that's my goal for sure. I'm staying at the year apart for sure though. I'm not. Once I go there, I'm not leaving.
You're not leaving, man. That's so awesome. So what are there any other like NAIA guys like you, making this journey, doing this pro ball thing? Is it a very common thing at that level to have pro players?
It's not common because it's a lot of politics, and I'm gonna always fight for my NAIA guys because I know there's a lot of talent out there. I played against a lot of talent. It's like one of my guys, Corvin Lotto. He play at Keyser right now in Florida. He's so tough. He can play D1 easily, but it's a lot of politics. That's one thing I'm gonna say. And with playing overseas, it's hard to get overseas right away from NAIA because we the last to be looked. We overlooked for sure. And it's all about connections and who you know. So it's tougher for sure to come from NAIA, but it's possible. And it's just you gotta keep on working to always stay ready.
What kind of advice would you have for let's say somebody in high school right now that was in your situation, struggling to find time on the floor? How did you keep yourself going? How did you keep working hard and keep your eyes on the prize?
My advice to give to a high schooler is right now is honestly, I think high school like kind of like slowing down on talent. and especially in Champaign. So my advice is to keep working. Don't give up. Keep working hard. Everything possible, even if you're not the best player or you're not getting any looks. Wherever college you go to, make the best out of it. You just got to work hard. Everything possible. You can overcome the better players. You know what I mean? Even if you have a late start.
Absolutely. So there's that classic saying that hard work beats talent. And I think you're definitely an example of that. Not to say that you're not talented, because that's not true, but you are obviously.
People think I'm talented when they see me play now. They think I always had that talent, but it wasn't like that. I worked for it. So people think that I'm just naturally talented, naturally athletic, naturally big. No, I wasn't. I was never this big, never this talented. I had to work for everything I got. So if people see me play now, they think, oh, he already had this, or he already been talented. So, but that's not true at all.
So, like with the way that college basketball is kind of going these days, with a lot of, grad transfers and stuff like that, guys getting an extra year of eligibility. Was there ever a thought in your mind of trying to move up to maybe the D2 or D1 level, or was it you?
I thought about it, but I knew I couldn't, because if I would have tried to do that, I would have had to start over in the class. So basically, like when you take a lot of NAIA classes, they don't transfer to D1s.
Okay.
So I was like, I'm just gonna stick it out here. I knew I didn't want to do a whole another 3 or 4 years in college just to go play D1. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's definitely not the crowd. If you're getting older, getting up there, you don't want to be a 25, 26-year-old still playing D1, as awesome as that would be. But you had your journey. It's been incredible. What has been your kind of biggest takeaway from this whole experience, through college basketball, being able to play at a high level and now getting your chance to go prove it to the world, man?
Yeah. So my biggest thing is I'm always big on this. Basically, like I made something out of nothing. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm always gonna tell people. I made something out of nothing, because I was never favored to make it this far. I was never favored to be as good as I was. Mm-hmm. Everybody gave up on me. Everybody gave up on me besides my family. So like, I made something out of nothing. That was my biggest word of encouragement, because if I would have gave up, I would probably be back home right now doing nothing. But I didn't give up. I kept on going, and it's just like now everybody's seeing it. Mm-hmm. Seeing it like, oh man, he did this. Like he made it this far. That's because I never gave up. Even though people were saying, oh, you suck. Ooh, oh, you didn't play in high school. I never gave up. I kept on pushing, and now I guarantee you, half of the people back home don't even want to check up ball. They don't even want to check up with different.
I'm trying to think, man, like of the guys, that are around our age that played high school ball, that you're one of the very few professional players, man.
None my age. Nobody my age playing professional ball. I don't think. Nobody. That came out of my class of high school, the other high school, Centennial, nobody. Nobody even playing sports, really.
Yeah, that's insane. So you have to pat yourself on the back, man. It's just, like I said, it's just such an awesome story. One of those, like averaging 2 points in high school, now 26 points a game in your first professional season down in Nicaragua. Yeah. Big things are coming, man. So I know this is obviously very far away. When your playing career it does end, what do you kind of think about getting into? Would coaching or motivational type thing be in the cards for you?
I want to be able to go back home and give back to the kids. Give back to the kids that go through the things I go through or went through. Not now. I want to be able to get back to the kids that didn't have the opportunity, because a lot of them coaches out there in Champaign, they overlook the kids. I'm telling you, like when they see somebody good, they don't look at other players that could be good, if that makes sense.
Yep.
So my biggest thing is I want to go back home, and I don't want to coach there because I don't want to never live back in Champaign, but I want to get back to the kids and give good advice, don't let people tell you that you can't do it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, man. Don't want to live back in Champaign line. That got me for sure. So you're in Boise now. I've been following you on Facebook for a while, man. You seem to just be working out like all over the country and everywhere.
Everywhere I go, yeah, everywhere. I've been a lot of places. I've been traveling state to state, and I've just been working out with people state to state. You know, I've been traveling like it's good to work out with different people, just to learn new things and learn different things. So I've been traveling everywhere, man. I've been going state to state.
Absolutely.
So I'm back in Idaho. I was in Texas training with this agency called 55 Buckets. His name Juan. He a good trainer. He started me off, and then I came to Idaho and started training with Tyree Petty, and he ended me off.
So yeah, you're in Boise? Are you using like the Boise State facilities to train, or is it
And I train at a gym. It's like a pretty nice gym, a Salvation Army. I was training at HSB. This is a little camp where kids play at. Nice gym, 3 gyms in Idaho. It's a lot of gyms in Idaho you can train at. Just who you know. Yesterday I was at this high school. It's just like it's a lot of opportunity. In Champaign right now, nothing was open. You couldn't even get in the gym really. Here, it's people make time for you. Make time for you, especially when they see big things.
Absolutely, man. You definitely got big things coming. So we're going to get this wrapped up here. I got a couple of rapid fire questions I'm going to ask for you, and then we'll close it out. So what is your favorite thing to do when you are not playing basketball?
Study the game. I study the game. I'm always studying the game. Think about the game. Think about what I can do to get better.
Do you have –
and spend time with family.
Absolutely. That's been very important. Are they going to be able to come over and see you play at all in Portugal? Or is there any way that us, the fans back in Champaign or all across the country, are going to be able to watch your games in Portugal? Any online things there?
Links. I'm going to definitely go send the online links on Facebook, Instagram. I'm going to put them out there. I don't know if my parents actually will come to Portugal, but I'm definitely going to send the links out.
Absolutely. So is that league, are they allowing fans?
Sort of, not really. Not as much.
Not as much. So do you have a favorite NBA team or NBA player?
My favorite NBA player right now is Dame and CJ. I love Portland because, like I said, the reason why I love Portland is because they always overlook. Dame and CJ is overlooked players. Like, they really elite players, but they overlook. And they starting to get the name, but they should have been in that. But they always overlook. And I love players overlooked because that's how I feel like I was.
Absolutely, man. So what is Beira Mar Aveiro getting in Germaine Roebuck when you get there next week?
They getting a killer, man. I'm telling you, they getting a killer. So I'm going out there for everything, you know. I'm going out there like it's my last game, every game I play.
Absolutely.
I'm going out there to prove what I can do. I don't even have to prove at this point. I'm just going to show what I can do. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, man.
Out there for everything. I'm trying to get the biggest contract ever.
Yes, go do it, man. Go be the GOAT of Europe. Go put Champaign on the map. We are definitely proud of you back home, man. I want to tell you that. Fellow Central grad, 2 other Central grad, go Maroons. Go Germaine, man. Let's go Beira Mar. We're big Beira Mar fans out in Champaign now. So is there anything that specific you want to plug or anything you want to talk about before we get out of here, man? I cannot thank you enough for joining me. This has been an awesome, quick little basketball conversation. I'm looking forward to following your career and all of your successes that you have coming to you, man.
I'm mainly just going to say to people basically like, keep working, man. It's possible. Just keep working. Just keep going. Don't give up. Don't let nobody tell you can't do it. It's going to be a lot of people hating on you. It's going to be a lot of haters. That's what it is, you know, in Illinois and everywhere else. There's going to be a lot of people who want to be in your position, but keep going. And once people see you being successful and people seeing you make it that far, they want to join the wave. That's how it is. So just keep going for sure.
Absolutely, man. Keep your head down. Keep churning, something that you were able to do your entire basketball career. You said it, man. You don't need anything to prove. You proved what you were able to do through your basketball career. You're averaging 15 plus points at 3 different stops, and then you get up to 20. And then by the way, you're averaging 9 boards per game at each spot. One more question before we get out. What is the key? You know, you play guard, but you have great size. You know, you're 6'5". What's the key to grabbing that many rebounds and being so efficient on the glass as a guard?
being able to grab almost 10 rebounds as a guard will put you in a better place in any team because they love guards that can rebound too. So if you can rebound 10 boards a game, it's go put you up there like your rate a little higher.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's an advantage to be able to rebound and score at the same time. And that's why I always been able to like score and rebound because I know it's an advantage. I don't want to be just averaging 26 points and 1 rebound.
So what part of your game going over to Portugal do you think you need to improve the most?
I don't think I need to. All right, I'm gonna say this. I don't
be cocky, man. If you don't think you need to improve anything, tell me.
Talent-wise, I got it, but I think I need to start improving on vision, being smart, knowledge. That's what I need to improve on.
That's a great answer, man. I love that. So, last question for real. This is actually the last question. What is a better feeling? Dunking, like throwing down like a huge dunk on somebody, or just being absolutely wet from 3, like in somebody's eye?
I would say dunking. Dunking. Yeah. That's the best feeling ever. That's the best feeling ever because it's going all over the social media once you dunk on somebody.
Absolutely, man. Put them on a poster.
Yeah, put them on a poster. I'm gonna say dunking.
For sure. All right, let's close this out. Ladies and gentlemen, our first episode of 2020, the Brew Party Podcast, episode number 45. Very thankful for Germaine Roebuck, Beira guard out of Portugal. Big things are coming. He's putting Champaign on the map. One of the best basketball players out of Champaign in quite a while. We just said it, folks. Nobody his age, the class of 2015 from all the Champaign high schools, I believe, is playing professional basketball. We got one. Calumet Crimson Wave legend, Germaine Roebuck. Germaine, thank you so much, man. You have a great rest of your day.
You too. Thank you.